Go rENEgadE versus JayR. Nice. All right, here we go. rENEgadE and JayR. You see Zero in the back, just staring, contemplating, thinking about how bad these players are, and how they can't do that combo that he just did.
That's true. That's true. No, Zero actually is like a really nice dude. And he's definitely done a lot to work with all sorts of folks in the scene, really improve everybody's game by a good amount. But let's do this, JayR versus rENEgadE. Like I said, this is the match that I was most excited to really see. JayR, he's been here since like some of the very early ages of the 64 scene here in DFW. And he's improved so much. And rENEgadE finds himself in a similar situation to how JayR was when we first met him. And just like JayR, he started off as not that good of a player, really, from a pure competitive standpoint. But he's improved so rapidly, and he's now such a serious force in the DFW area and in Texas as a whole.
That was a really good delayed down air there. He allowed him to get that grab in. Pikachu end up going for the edge guard, but misses it, and he gets back. JayR gets back to the stage. 5 stocks to 4. rENEgadE going for another edge guard. That's going to be it.
It's exactly what he needs to do. Go out, get one of those grabs, and ensure that he can capitalize with one of the aerials. It doesn't take much, and even though the percent is completely in JayR's favor, you can definitely see this match swing right back in rENEGADE's favor if he can get one of those grabs.
All right, 4 stocks to 3. JayR in the lead by 1 stock. rENEGADE behind on the defensive.
He's trying to set up some of the bears to intercept JayR as he's trying to dash in and get a grab himself. But he doesn't net too much off of it. And because of that, JayR is able to still stay here on stage. He's able to get the grab. Just the pivot, trying to look for the reverse hit on that up air, but is unable to really connect.
Tell me about this matchup. What's it like?
You know, a lot of folks feel like this is in Falcon's favor, and to that, I'm one of those weird folks who really disagrees. I think that for Pikachu, for both characters, it comes down to a grab, but what Pikachu gets off of stage control is so much more than what Falcon gets off of stage control because of how good Pikachu's recovery is. That being said, Falcon, incredibly fast. It can be really scary to deal with a Falcon who's on point. There's just such a constant threat zone that's always varying that makes it really tough for a lot of Pikachus to get those initial grabs. But if you can find a way around the onslaught, if you can wait and, as rENEGADE showed right there, just space yourself outside of the range of some of those aerials, you can get the grabs really easy, and you can get some easy punishes.
Seems like Pikachu has a really easy time edge guarding.
Exactly.
In general.
And that a lot of that does come to the fact that, this should be a pretty, almost nearly a stock there, but a lot of that comes to the fact that Pikachu has excellent recovery, which means that Pikachu can go in deep and not really be afraid of that. Whereas Falcon having such subpar recovery, great down there, by the way. Falcon having such subpar recovery means that Pikachu doesn't need much to really take the stock. Grab here, waits for the recovery, tried to go for the dare, but wasn't really fast enough. JayR able to snap onto the ledge. So far, he's done a good job. rENEGADE hasn't had the most grabs, and he hasn't had all that many conversions on edge guards as a result. And because of that, JayR is just maintaining this lead. He gets the up air to intercept the first part of that up B.
I love that up air. That was nice.
But because
ends up reading the up B.
Yeah, precisely. And, great DI there. DIing right into the stage, preventing him from really falling too far. rENEGADE having a lot of troubles here. JayR.
Oh, wow. That was a good space forward smash. Ends up baiting him to press a button. Got slammed right in the face.
And there, rENEGADE more than likely was expecting an aerial. He was waiting for the jump. But that's why when JayR was able to plant his feet there and space himself the way that he did, rENEGADE just didn't have the time really to react accordingly to the S-Smash. And rENEGADE has had enough. He's going for the Falcon Ditto instead. This is something that I've ran with JayR a bunch of times. It's a matchup that he knows pretty well, but it's going to be about the opening more than anything else. If he can find the first couple kills, if he can get that momentum, then he should be able to walk away with the match.
Good nair, pushes him off. Whoa, that was
he
a
got
tech
spooked.
club, right?
He got spooked. That's what we'd say. Trying to weave back behind the aerial, ends up fading way too far back and doesn't make the recovery happen.
All right.
rENEgadE getting the grab, and this should be enough to maybe take the stock. He gets the dare, but JayR DIing on stage very wisely, but the second dare is going to ensure that rENEgadE is able to take one. And a nice forward air. The forward air off of the ledge to try and contest, but JayR not really having any of it due to rENEGADE's lack of a follow-up afterwards.
Now, was that guaranteed from the initial up air?
I believe so. If rENEGADE had done some absurd DI, he might have had a better chance of escaping it. But the nature of the up air is that it's just such a tough move to DI, especially when you're at this kind of a percentage.
And there's only smash DI.
Yeah, just SDI.
All right, they go back to neutral. rENEGADE ends up getting an up air.
Getting those up airs means that he's going to get a lot of damage, a lot of positioning. Should be able to get an easy edge guard here. The down tilt, perfect option there.
Now, is there a way, a sweet spot around that down tilt?
It can be really tricky, just because of like how the down tilt hitbox is. I personally like to, if I notice that my opponent is going for just the down tilt, you can find some successes recovering high.
Yeah.
Exactly. But if you do get hit by the down tilt, there's ways where you can kind of smash DI, maybe hope for some reverse ledge DI and things like that. But even then, I find that you're still kind of a sitting duck because of how much hit stun there is.
Well, that's going to be some major damage. Ends up taking stage control because of it. rENEGADE on the offensive. JayR's going to lose that stock. rENEGADE slowly coming back from the deficit. Oh! But a Randy down air sends him flying down to his grave.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's the issue with recovering so close to the stage. JayR just had all the time in the world really to punish that, and he's able to weave around rENEGADE, who got caught in his shield there. Great movement. Again, weaving around, anticipating the up smash, gets behind him to avoid most of the hitbox, and JayR taking that with a very solid 2-0.
That was beautiful.
I
really like that option. With Captain Falcon's get-up attack, does he attack both ways? And which way does he attack first?
You know, you're putting me on the spot here.
I am putting you on the spot.
I feel like I should know this.
I think the reason why it's so powerful is because whenever he runs behind him, if Captain Falcon does a hit in the front first, then you can end up grabbing on the way back.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, a lot of times the response is like to tech and up smash immediately. But by JayR basically crossing up rENEGADE at that moment.
Yeah, takes out that option completely. Yep. Cool stuff from that game. We will be moving on to our next game shortly.